Onetake. This is NBA Onetake. Featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA Onetake for your head, NBA Onetake for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York. Is NBA Onetake. A two-parter for 2 days of games. And for January 11th, 2021, the first game I have is the Hornets versus the Bucks. The Hornets get that win. And it was a really good game. It was led by LaMelo Ball, who had 23. Terry Rozier had 27. Miles Bridges had 17 and 11. And for the Bucks, Giannis, regular work, 26, 13, and 8. Chris Middleton had 27 and 11 rebounds. And Nwora had 18, respectively, for the Bucks. Good win for the Hornets. They own the season series against the Bucks. And people were saying, uh-oh, they don't want to see them in the playoffs. Hold on and hold your brakes. But the Charlotte Hornets looking good. They look good in this win. It was just a really impressive win. Things they throw at the Bucks, it's a little different, and I like how a lot of the schemes they do try to suck the bigs out, and they make certain moves to get a lot of mid-range shots. It's a little deceptive strategy, but it's effective. They was really making a lot of mid-range shots that game. And the next game was the Nets versus the Blazers. And I mean, the Blazers was playing with house money, man. They playing good. There's no Dame, no Nurk. No Dame, no CJ McCollum. Anthony Simons had 23 and 11. Robert Covington, he had 21. He was just really lighting it up, where every time the Nets would close out, he was just making big shots and big threes. And Ben McLemore was really, really great for them off the bench, and he had 20. And for the Nets, KD, 28 and 10. Harden, Tyree had 22 and 8. And Cam Thomas had 21 for the Nets. Kyrie, still a little weight player. Was interesting on that note that the Nets may do something a little different. They may play Kyrie some home games and be susceptible for a fine. And I think it's maybe a price the Nets is willing to take. For every home game, there's a certain fine, and after 5 offenses, the fine is up to, I think, $5,000. And there's just an infinite number after that for unvaccinated player to participate in home games where there's a ban from unvaccinated players to play in said enclosed arenas. So I have to see more on that, on how the Nets going to approach that. I'll reach out to a call, but I saw that. It was interesting to me. I knew it was something like that, but I didn't know the fines were so low. But I got to get more clarification for that. And the last game for January 11th is the Pistons and Jazz. Kate Cunningham, he was looking great. And he had 29 and 8. He was playing really, so far, his best game of the season. Sadiq Bey had 29, and Corey Joseph had 16. They was playing in and out, playing a lot of good basketball. The Jazz is really forcing into Hassan Whiteside, I see. I mean, they just didn't have anybody to stop him. He had 21 and 12, and Donovan Mitchell had 31. And Jordan Clarkson had 16 notably for the Jazz. They're still without Rudy Gobert. And I hate when people talk about, oh, when is Gobert coming? Well, look, we know Rudy Gobert is he's a real about how well he is to the Utah Jazz. Yes, defensively, what he does, the intimidation, ability to recover in certain spots for whoever is the center. And it should be known. But Donovan Mitchell gets this game going. Okay? He gets the game going. So, but this is a tough loss for the Jazz. As I just had my last video was talking about Donovan Mitchell's status in Utah. And this loss, not saying it's some, but they don't get their antennas up, but it's a pellet. And you know how many pellets make it to ripples. So, we'll see. But for January 12th, that's last night's game's actions. I mean January 11th, last game's actions, other one's the 10th, but I'm making a video on the 12th. For last night's games, Ja Morant and the Grizzlies defeated Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. This was it. This is just Ja coming out, and the Grizzlies have to be strong contenders in the Western Conference. And we got to understand that. Have to understand that. And, you know, Ja Morant had 27 points, 8 rebounds, and Zion Williams had 17, and Jaren Jackson Jr. had 13 and 11. And Steph had a triple-double with 27, 10, and 10, and Klay Thompson notably had 14 in his second game back. You know, Klay got to get some things going, but I'll tell you, Ja Morant is on another level. Remember I said that MVP thing a few months back when they had him? Can it be, can that MVP ladder for him? He's jumping up. We don't know. We've seen crazier things happen. That's all I'm going to say. Next game is a real low-scoring game. Was the Nuggets at the Clippers. This was a low-scoring game. They won 87-85. Just to let you know, it was not good at all. I mean, for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon had 30 and 12, and Nikola Jokic had 21 and 13. It's a little scrappy game, a lot of missed shots. Amir Coffey he led the team with 18 and 7, and Bobby Jackson, Terrence Mann both had 13. They would be for the Clippers. Yeah, Clippers is. They're in a situation, you know, where they got reports that Kawhi may come back, so I think they can be easily distracted by certain things. And Paul George is out, and they just try to fight to go to the playoffs. And if they have full strength, even with Kawhi back, they feel they can win a championship. we'll see about that one. We'll see about that one. But the Clippers get that big win there, even though the game was what it is. The Nuggets lose. These two teams are fighting for that play-in. The last game of the night was the Suns versus the Raptors in the empty arena in Toronto. And now, why did I say it's an empty arena? Because it's empty. With what's going on with Omicron and other cases are. Looks like they suspended indoor person in arenas and stadiums in Canada. So they played in the empty arena, but then it stopped the game. You know, Chris Paul 15-12, Devin Booker 16, Jake Crowder had a good game with 19, DeAndre Ayton had 16-9. And for the Raptors, Pascal Siakam 22, Fred VanVleet 21, and OG Anunoby with 25. It was a real good game. It's a great flow to it. Back and forth, good stops. The Raptors mascot was taunting Devin Booker, doing all types of crazy stuff. And he's shooting free throws. But it's let you know Phoenix is still doing what they do, man. They come in every game looking to win, looking to build and get better. Take one game at a time, build and get better. Guys is on a championship, but they don't want to think about it. Build and get better. That's what they continue to do. I think this team is on a mission to win it all, so we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. The last thing, NBA news. I gotta talk about this. John Collins reports he's frustrated with where the Atlanta Hawks is at, as well as how they're playing basketball right now. Now, let me tell you something. Yeah, Atlanta is definitely on a different trajectory than they were last season. I said that a couple of times on some of my videos this year. Mainly almost every time I get one of the games I'm covering, I talk about that. Now, I think the frustration is why they're not winning. And a lot of people's stats are going down across the board, except for one Trae Young. And not saying it's all Trae and all this other crap, but he's the superstar player, and a lot of everything falls on him. Now, John Collins wanted to get paid, right? And I remember John Collins was frustrated in his role last season and the season before that with Lloyd Pierce, and as well as the early stages with Nate McMillan. I think he just wants to win. He got paid, but he wants to win. And that's what he wants. The ball doesn't stick and move like it's supposed to be. So we got these problems. I think they got to do something. Because them losing the way they've been losing is not a good sign. For other guys involved, there's trade speculations among a lot of players, role players.
Ladies and gentlemen,
on the
the
team
next Rockaway
feel that their days are beyond over
Please
in
stand away
Atlanta.
from the platform edge.
And this is somewhat to be true. But this is NBA Onetake. It's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.